Donald Trump dropped an absolutely massive chaos bomb, just massive dumps of chaos before leaving Washington, D.C. for his Florida resort yesterday. We already discussed that Trump vetoed the second coronavirus relief package. Trump tweeted threats to Iran. And Trump continues to make completely baseless claims about supposed voter fraud. And now Republicans in the House and Senate are apparently trying to figure out how to deal with what they are increasingly describing as an unhinged Trump. And of course, with all of these stories, we have to understand the backstory. But we also need to understand that although it may sound as if these Republicans now accurately are describing what's going on with Trump, they've been the primary enablers of Trump for a very long time. And Trump has been unhinged and continues being unhinged. So the Republicans now saying, whoa, Trump's acting a little bit crazy. They deserve none of our sympathy and they deserve much of the blame. Now, I already told you in the earlier segment that Donald Trump's behavior with regard to trying to overturn the election has put him at odds with his own vice president, Mike Pence, his own secretary of state, his own White House counsel, and many other people. Now we're hearing from many sources that aides around Donald Trump at the White House are increasingly disturbed by his anti-democratic behavior. But since Trump posted that absurd video screed on Tuesday, making all sorts of false claims about the stimulus package, and after he dropped that chaos bomb yesterday before leaving, we're hearing from more and more Republicans and aides to Republicans that there is genuine concern about what Trump is doing here. One Republican aide said to CNN that Trump is, quote, coming unhinged. Now, he's been unhinged for years. House Republicans actually had a phone call yesterday to talk about what to do about Donald Trump's bizarre threats and his reaction to the stimulus package, which, of course, ended up with a veto, as we already discussed. Republican Congressman Don Bacon says Trump has thrown Republicans under the bus. And there are apparently also concerns that some Republicans will bow to Trump's pressure to try to challenge the counting of the electoral vote on January 6th. Now, to be clear, nobody thinks that they would have enough support to actually make a difference and overturn the results. Mitch McConnell has been telling Senate Republicans, do not get involved in this effort to challenge the results on January 6th. But there's concern about how to handle the optics if some Republicans did bow to Donald Trump's pressure. So let's talk a little bit more about that. There's no way that Republicans are going to change the outcome of the Electoral College vote going for Joe Biden. But it is conceivable that Trump will get some House Republicans to object to the count for Joe Biden to get electoral votes from 6 states that Biden won. And if House Republicans and Trump can convince just a single Republican senator to join them in their objections, theoretically, they could force a vote in both chambers, which Republicans and Democrats still believe would lead to Joe Biden winning. But again, it would look disastrous for Republicans in a number of different ways. Those who might vote to give Trump the presidency, if such a vote were forced, would be completely humiliated nationally. And those who vote that Biden should be president, Republicans, might suffer the wrath of Trumpists in their constituencies. Now, increasingly, I'm getting the sense that even though these very Republicans are the people responsible for what Donald Trump did over the last 4 years, they likely are setting themselves up, at least many of them, to sort of pretend they were never really on Trump's side, even to pretend Trump sort of didn't happen after Donald Trump leaves office, and to very quickly move on and get back to partisan business as usual. We care about the debt. We have to stop socialism. We have to stop government takeovers of this, that, and the other things. But before that happens, prepare yourselves for a very, very wacky few weeks. And we'll have more coverage of this on the show's Instagram at David Pakman Show. And make sure you're following me on Instagram as well at david.pakman. We'll take a quick break and we will be speaking to Mark Tushnet after the break. Do we really need the Supreme Court? A very interesting perspective from Mark Tushnet coming up. I want to take a second to tell you about one of our sponsors, S&H Masks. S&H Masks has everything you need when it comes to face masks and other protective gear for COVID-19, and they're giving my audience 20% off. S&H Masks is the company that I've personally been going to for face masks. I love and trust the products they sell, and that's actually why I reached out to them about being a sponsor. I've tried tons of different face masks this year, like many of you, and I still have not found a mask that is more comfortable or easier to breathe in than the washable cotton masks that they sell. It's made of a silky, lightweight cloth that feels great on the skin, has a convenient adjustable strap. They also have disposable cloth masks, which are really comfortable, as well as all of the other gear like face shields, alcohol wipes, no-touch infrared thermometers. And all of their prices are very reasonable. I also love S&H Masks because they've donated over 60,000 masks to healthcare institutions. They're an excellent company. Shipping is just $5 and shipping is free on orders over $150. You can get there by going to davidpakman.com/mask. The link is under this video, and you can save 20% on everything in their store when you use the coupon code DAVID.